Welcome to another edition of the Florida Chamber's Bottom Line with our guest, Mark Wilson, President and CEO of the Florida Chamber, and Congressman Steve Southerland. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us today. Mark, why is this issue so important? Numeric nutrients criteria. Most Floridians don't quite understand it.
Well, what we're talking about is water and water quality. And Florida today has some of the cleanest water in the nation. In fact, we lead the nation in many water quality standards, and we're also one of the leaders in this country for private sector job creation. And so what we have here is the federal EPA is looking at imposing a Florida-only water tax of about $4 billion. It would raise the average water bill about $700 a year for every family. And just as Florida's recovering from this economy, we've added 130,000 jobs since Governor Scott took office. Our population's growing again. Now's not the time for the federal government, the EPA in this case, to put an anchor around job recovery here in Florida.
Representative, I know that you're here today to make an announcement. You're here to try to help the state of Florida protect its rights while maintaining the water quality that we're so proud of in the state.
Correct, we are, and we're very appreciative of what the state legislature is doing right now in a bipartisan effort to let Washington, D.C. know that we do care about our water quality standards. I'm very pleased that the Department of Environmental Protection, the Department of Agriculture, it seems like all those that represent Florida citizens are all on the same page. And so what we're here to do today is just to let everyone know, the citizens of Florida, that we that represent you in the nation's capital are on the same page, and that we want the federal government to do those things that they're supposed to do, but let Florida and the individual states have the greatest say in making sure that we as citizens of Florida have a bright future. We need to have some say.
And Representative, you're filing legislation. You are trying to protect Florida. Can you talk a little bit about some of the issues that you're trying to hit with this legislation?
Sure, thank you. We're going to announce today on the steps of the Capitol, and I'm very honored to have the Chamber of Commerce in agreement with us, one of the stakeholders representing each and every chamber around the state of Florida in a wonderful way. And so we're going to do that today at 2 o'clock. We're going to gather with our stakeholders and announce a piece of legislation, the State Waters Partnership Act, where what we are saying to the EPA and really to all government agencies, we want them to hear that, you know what, let the states weigh in. You know, let us have some say when we're talking about regulation that is going to affect the individual citizens of a state. And so we're going to announce that today, and we're going to drop that bill tomorrow when we arrive back in Washington.
Mark, from a Florida Chamber standpoint, I mean, this was really sort of a bad situation for businesses across the state and for Floridians as a whole. I mean, we were looking at possibly another tax.
Right, exactly. And the EPA is looking at a $4 billion Florida water tax. We would be the only state in the nation with this tax. And remember, 4 out of 5 jobs in Florida are going to come from small businesses. And our members, 96% of small businesses, tell us that they don't want more regulations from Washington. All they want is consistency. And so what Representative Southerland is doing here is saying and acknowledging Florida knows best. And our Commissioner of Agriculture and our DEP Secretary have provided excellent leadership on this. We have a Florida solution, and with Congressman Southerland's help, we hope to be able to move that solution forward.
Sir, this is really a bipartisan effort as well on the state and national level. Why is it so important that this legislation get filed? I mean, what kind of relief do you think you'll be able to bring to Floridians?
Well, as Mark duly noted, right now we can't afford, with so many things going well in Florida, and us really starting to turn a corner, I think, to attract job creators, thus creating badly needed jobs in our state. I think now is certainly not the time that we need to inject some uncertainty into the economy. So this particular EPA standard that they're talking about pushing down on us threatens 14,500 agriculture jobs alone. And so we are pleased that the Florida Department of Agriculture, Adam Putnam, has been working with us on this piece of legislation. And it just says that, hey, you know, we are in agreement. Republicans, Democrats, independents, state regulators, state representatives, the state legislature, as well as the federal representatives, that we in Florida are all on the same page. Now is not the time to change anything that would inject uncertainty. So I'm just proud today to hopefully complement what the state legislature has done on both sides of the aisle. Democrats, Republicans are in agreement, and so I applaud them, and nothing in our legislation supplants what they do. It just complements on a federal level and says we are going to be a part of the team, and a team that really loves Florida and wants us to continue to emerge out of these difficult economic times really as a model for all of the country. So I applaud the Chamber of Commerce and their help in being a stakeholder, and it's a real honor to be here today.
And Mark, it's also important to note that Florida has some of the best water quality standards in the nation.
Right, I think that's right. Nationally, Florida is becoming a model on education reform. We're already a model on water. We're already a model on private sector job creation. And with Representative Southerland's help, I think this can be a bipartisan model to show that Florida's on the right track.
Thank you, Mark, and Congressman Southerland, thank you so much for being on the program with us. And to you, our viewers, thank you for joining us. We hope your bottom line is looking up.